Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Now, when I was thinking about my project, I was also thinking about corroboree. And I thought I wanted to create a blog for the theme of uh, uh, this year's NAIDOC is elders. And I thought, what about if I interviewed elders, not only Aboriginal elders, but elders in the community of Australia in different fields and different genres as part of a project of doing a video blog and then asking them, what is it like to be in a certain position or certain field and being an older person? Do you get treated differently because you're old, or do you feel young at heart? And also thinking about questions like, would you, what's changed in your lifetime? Now, I know that I may not look that old, but I remember when the first mobile phone came out and when computers came out with those big chunky things, and they're not as easy as what we have today. So thinking about the changes that you've seen as you've got older. Now, I thought the first one, because it is leading up to NAIDOC, and I thought, well, let's talk to elders and get to know what are their thoughts and also their perspective of children as well, because I have been talking to some people and they go, kids today don't have any respect. And different genres of different eras of people, how things have changed. And it'd be interesting to see the collective thought process of different types of groups of people, whether it be different nationalities. So I want to interview different nationalities of groups of people, men and women, so getting both perspectives, and also especially Aboriginal people as well, but also health workers, nurses, doctors, and any other type of person. And I want to at least interview at least 16 people. So 8 men and 8 women, so that way I can combine this and across the board with the theme of NAIDOC, of elders, but also getting input. Because I was always taught that if you're born of this land, you are of this land. So I want to sort of try and incorporate if you're born of this land. But then I thought, no, if you're coming to this land, you also got to respect the land that you're living in. So I wanted to also see the difference in comparison to changing country. And living in the ACT, there is the highest number of embassies in Australia. And I do have the opportunity to actually talk to some of those embassies, and I might incorporate some of the members of the embassies who are willing to actually answer those types of questions and the difference about living here in Australia and living in their own country, because there's two different environments. I know that recently my workplace had shown a video of Uncle Bob Randall, Kiliani, I think it's called Killarney, and it's about being stolen and how things, and it actually, which they never thought was possible, the Palestinian and the Israeli minister were sitting side by side to each other, and that movie from Uncle Bob Randall had moved both of those people, and they were sitting side by side even though their countries were at war. And that really motivated me to think about how things can be brought together and live as a one society, because Australia is a big multicultural society, and no matter what race you are, you're entitled to have, respect. And I think that's really important. So my project is interviewing 8 men and 8 women of different nationalities. I may have a few more Indigenous than other cultures, but my aim is to at least have 16 people, 8 men and women, and get their views of the social changes that they've noticed over the years, and do they get changed if their identity has been impacted by where they've been and where they're from and what they've observed. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.